Tired of constantly caring what people think of you? Here's all 11 secrets to not giving a 1. Stop caring about everything and start caring about the things that truly matter. In a world inundated with noise and distractions, it's easy to spread ourselves thin, trying to please everyone and worrying about trivial matters. But what if we shifted our focus? What if we dared to prioritize what truly lights our souls on fire, what truly brings us joy and fulfillment? It's about discerning between the noise and the melody of our lives, between the superficial and the profound. It's about realizing that we have a finite amount of time and energy, and it's our responsibility to invest it wisely in the things that matter most. 2. Accept that life is inherently difficult, and true happiness comes from embracing challenges rather than avoiding them. Life is a roller coaster of highs and lows, triumphs and setbacks. Yet many of us spend our days chasing comfort, avoiding anything that might disrupt our carefully curated routines. But what if we reframed discomfort as an opportunity for growth, as a sign that we're pushing our boundaries and expanding our horizons? It's in the moments of discomfort, the moments where we feel most vulnerable, that we have the potential to discover our true strength and resilience. Embracing discomfort isn't about seeking out pain for its own sake. It's about recognizing that growth often lies just beyond our comfort zones. 3. Take ownership of your life and stop blaming external factors for your problems. It's easy to point fingers and play the blame game, to attribute our shortcomings and failures to external circumstances or other people. But true empowerment comes from taking ownership of our lives, from acknowledging that we have the power to shape our own destinies. It's about recognizing that while we may not always have control over what happens to us, we always have control over how we respond. Personal responsibility isn't about shouldering the weight of the world. It's about reclaiming our energy and refusing to be mere passengers in our own lives. 4. Determine what is truly important to you and focus your energy on those things. In a world of endless distractions and competing priorities, it's all too easy to lose sight of what truly matters to us. But when we take the time to reflect on our values, to identify the principles and beliefs that guide our lives, everything else falls into place. Our values serve as our North Star, providing clarity and direction in the midst of chaos. They shape our decisions, inform our actions, and ultimately define who we are. By aligning our lives with our values, we create a sense of purpose and meaning that transcends the ups and downs of daily life. 5. Learn to say no to things that do not align with your values or goals. Boundaries are the fences that protect our time, energy, and well-being from external threats and intrusions. They're not about building walls or shutting people out. They're about honoring our own needs and priorities. Saying no isn't always easy, especially when it means disappointing others or risking conflict. But it's a necessary skill, a vital tool for preserving our sanity and safeguarding our most precious resources. When we learn to set boundaries, we reclaim control over our lives and create space for the things that truly matter. 6. Be true to yourself and stop trying to conform to societal expectations. Authenticity isn't about fitting into a mold or meeting society's standards. It's about embracing who we are, flaws and all. It's about having the courage to show up as our true selves, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. In a world that constantly pressures us to conform, authenticity is a radical act of self-love and self-acceptance. It's about honoring our own truth, even if it means standing alone. When we embrace our authenticity, we give others permission to do the same, creating a ripple effect of courage and vulnerability. 7. Stop seeking validation from others and focus on your own self-worth. The quest for external validation is a never-ending cycle of seeking approval from others, constantly striving to measure up to impossible standards. But true self-worth isn't found in the opinions of others. It comes from within. It's about recognizing our own inherent value and deservingness, regardless of what others may think or say. Letting go of approval isn't about becoming indifferent or callous. It's about freeing ourselves from the chains of people-pleasing and embracing our own worthiness. When we stop seeking validation from others, we open ourselves up to a world of self-acceptance and self-love. 8. Accept that failure is a natural part of life and use it as an opportunity for growth. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's an essential component of it. It's through our failures that we learn, grow, and ultimately succeed. Yet so many of us fear failure, avoiding it at all costs and equating it with personal inadequacy. But what if we embraced failure as a teacher, as a necessary step on the path to success? What if we reframed our failures not as signs of weakness, but as badges of courage and resilience? When we embrace failure, we free ourselves from the fear of taking risks and open ourselves up to a world of infinite possibility. 9. Recognize your mortality as a motivator to live a more meaningful life. Death is the great equalizer, the one certainty in an uncertain world. And yet, so many of us shy away from thinking about our own mortality, treating it as a taboo subject to be avoided at all costs. But what if we embraced death as a teacher, as a reminder of the preciousness and fragility of life? What if we lived each day with a sense of urgency and purpose, knowing that our time on this earth is finite? When we confront our own mortality, we gain a newfound appreciation for the gift of life and a renewed commitment to living it to the fullest. 10. Instead of chasing happiness, focus on finding meaning and fulfillment in your life. Happiness is fleeting, a fleeting emotion that comes and goes with the ebb and flow of life. But meaning is enduring, a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment that transcends the ups and downs of daily life. Instead of chasing happiness, Manson encourages us to seek meaning, to pursue activities and relationships that align with our values and bring us a sense of fulfillment. When we focus on finding meaning, happiness becomes a natural byproduct, a byproduct of living a life aligned with our deepest desires and aspirations. 11. Let go of the past and future and focus on making the most of the present moment. So often we find ourselves lost in memories of the past or worries about the future, missing out on the beauty and wonder of the present moment. But life is happening right now, in this moment, and if we're not careful, we'll miss it. Manson encourages us to let go of the past and future, to release our grip on what was and what might be, and instead focus on what is. When we live in the present moment, we open ourselves up to a world of possibility and wonder, experiencing life in all its richness and fullness. 12. Stop overthinking and start taking action towards your goals, even if it means making mistakes along the way. Analysis paralysis is the enemy of progress, a trap that keeps us stuck in a cycle of indecision and inaction. But the truth is, we'll never have all the answers, and waiting for the perfect moment only leads to missed opportunities. Manson encourages us to stop overthinking and start taking imperfect action, to embrace the messy process of trial and error. When we take action, even if it means making mistakes along the way, we move closer to our goals and create momentum that propels us forward. So let go of perfectionism, embrace imperfection, and start taking steps towards the life you truly want to live. Drop a 100 if you read this far. This shows you are part of the 0.01% who actually finish what they start. If you are serious about changing your life, then make sure to join our movement by leaving us a follow.